I had last week off as holiday, so we did some day trips around the country. On one of the days, we went to the Harry Potter studios.
So this may be a really silly question considering where we're standing, but please do humour me with a really big cheer when I ask, do we have any fans of Harry Potter here today? Wonderful! I'll tell you a little bit more about this wonderful set.
Now, we went back in about 2012, not long after it had opened. So we decided to go back again. It's changed a little bit since we last went. It's now got the Hogwarts Castle train, and they've built a big section that looks like King's Cross. So we knew that had been added, so we decided to go back and see what else had changed. We didn't realise at the time, but during November through to about January, I think, they've got a winter theme around the studios. So they've got a big Christmas tree in the foyer. The Grand Hall is all decked out for the Christmas meal from one of the films. So there's lots of trees and decorations in there, and they've got all the Christmas food out. So you can see all the different vegetables, and they've even got some little stoves that light up with fire. So all that theme is in the Grand Hall. So if you've not been to the studios or heard of the studios before, it's where a lot of the scenes were filmed for the films. And they've moved some of the different scenery and lots of the props into some of the halls. So you pay to go in and you queue up. The first thing they do is show you a short movie. So they show you sort of some clips from the films, and sort of tell you some of the history of the films, the dates and things. And then you walk through, and the first area is the Grand Hall. So they show you some of where they sit and talk you through how they filmed in there. It's the biggest set they've got there, I think. So it's really big, and they've got some of the sort of characters in sort of models of the characters with the clothes in there, and they sort of generally tell you about the rest of the tour. So once you're finished in the Grand Hall, they sort of give you a certain amount of time, then they move you out of there, and you're free to walk around the rest of the studios at your own speed. So the first part, straight out of the Grand Hall, you walk into a lot of the sets, and there's props in the sets, and they're dressed as they were. There's lots of bits in there that are animated, that are moving, and you can sort of see how they made some of the props. So you can see the cauldrons with the spoons moving, the knitted needles moving on their own, that sort of thing. And it's all set out so you can walk through it. We probably spent about 2 hours in this section of the studios, maybe a little bit more. There's absolutely loads to see. There's stuff from most of the films. I think it's probably all the films displayed there in one state or another. And it's really easy to sort of get lost in the detail. There's probably things I didn't see last time we went, so it's sort of good to have another look. It's definitely a place you can go a few times and see different things each time. And really, there's lots of screens with little sort of videos on telling you about what you're looking at, and lots of information. So you really can spend a long time there. Towards the end of this section is some green screen areas. So you do have to pay for the photos, but you can just sort of have a go if you'd like to. they've got a car, so the flying car that was following the train. So you can 2 or 3 people can sit on a stool, and in the video screens you can see yourself in the car flying along, and they take a video and stills of you in those. You can also ride on a broomstick, and again they take videos and stills of you, and you can watch a video of yourself flying through the air and around the castle and things, so that you can then buy different scenes with you on sort of laid over the background. Then once you're past all the green screen stuff and all the sets, it's then the new area, which we hadn't seen before. So they've set up the train. So this is the train that was used in all the films. It's actually it's a real steam train. It's called the Orton Hall is the actual name of the train. It was a train that was used on the main line for tours, but it's now run out of its certificate to run on the main line, so they've moved it to the studios, painted it back the red. Wasn't originally red, but they've painted it back into the Hogwarts colours, and given it the name the Hogwarts. I think it's called something Castle, and they've got it in there with a couple of carriages that you can walk through. They're set up as different scenes from the films, and you can get your pictures taken with the trolley going into the wall, and walk around that hall. And there's a little gift shop in there as well with some of the railway gifts. Also new, after the train, they've now moved the cafe area inside. Used to be just a little stall, but now there's an inside area with a sort of Starbucks cafe. Also you can get butterbeer ice cream and a butterbeer drink that's not non-alcoholic. And the food's okay, it's reasonably priced. So we sat down in there for a bit, had some food. There's welcome rest after lots of walking. Then after the cafe is sort of the second or third main section of the studios, is all the sort of animatronics area. You can see lots of props and drawings and how they designed everything, and there's again some videos talking through how they did it. And then one of the very last things you see is this amazing scale model of the entire castle, and they used this for filming, so they could do all the fly-throughs and sort of all the exterior shots of the buildings. They used with a green screen and then laid the people on top of it. The detail's absolutely amazing. So we spent quite a long time having a look at all the little pieces in that. Brilliant model. And then the very last piece is you exit through the shop, obviously, as all these places do, and there's everything you could ever want Harry Potter wise.